You're all annoyed at the way I threw water on this expensive carpet. But what if I were to tell you that this is blood? While we are enjoying the comfort of the star facility, blood is flowing in the streets of the old city. My question to you is, are we going to sit back and watch, or are we going to act? Namaskar. This was the opening of a speech which I heard about a few decades ago from a friend of mine in a junior chamber meeting. As you could guess, that was a time when there were race riots going on, communal riots were going on in the old part of the city of Hyderabad. Well, there's a saying that says, well begun is half done. It can't be truer in any other situation than in public speaking. A good beginning is really half the job done, because that way you attract the attention of the audience and keep them glued to you and to their seats. There's several ways you can open the speech. Let me give you another example. Be humorous. Start with a humorous opening. Let me give you a brief example. Winston Churchill was asked to speak to an audience on sex. And because of paucity of time, he was told to be very brief. Churchill got up and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure," and sat down. Don't you think, in the very opening, Winston said everything he had to say on the subject? There are other ways of doing it. You could start with an appropriate quotation. Appropriate, I mean appropriate to the occasion and the audience. There's so many. You could quote a shloka from Sanskrit, from the Bhagavad Gita. You could quote from literature. The choice is yours. In case you're quoting from the Gita, or if you're quoting in a language with which not everyone in the audience is familiar, please translate the quotation for the convenience of the audience. Otherwise, you lose them. Share an anecdote. I remember another speech of the same speaker while inaugurating a crèche. He narrated an incident which I am not very sure what really happened. I believe an Indian couple staying in the West wanted to go out to a movie, and they had a small baby. So they invited a babysitter home and went to the movie. Midway through the movie, the mother got a little impatient, so she rang up home to check how the baby was doing. The babysitter picked up the phone and said, "Oh, the baby, oh, she's doing well, she's cooking well." And that shocked the mother, and they rushed back home. What an appropriate opening for the inauguration of a crèche, emphasizing the need for a secure place for children with working mothers. You could ask a question, which I did. I'm sure there are several other ways of opening. I'm sure you could find them. What is important is you're be conscious of what kind of opening you are choosing for the occasion. You could probably start a speech with a joke in a condolence meeting. Similarly, see that what choice you make depends on you. Are you a serious person? Can you share a joke in a lively manner? If not, go for the other options. Audience sensitivity, your own choice, and the occasion are three issues you've got to keep in mind. For instance, if you're using a joke, let it be on yourself, not on somebody in the audience, which might hurt his sentiment or the sentiment of a group in the audience. Now, these were the do's that I covered. There are a couple of don'ts that you have to keep in mind. I've seen several speakers commit this blunder, so let me bring it to your notice. Thanking the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very grateful to you for inviting me to deliver this talk. On the contrary, they should be grateful to you for coming down because you speak very well on that particular topic. That's why they are there. Apologize for whatever. I'm extremely sorry I did not have sufficient time to prepare for this occasion. Well, it doesn't. You just lose the audience. Something which I very often heard speakers do. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here to bid farewell to our colleague of 35 years. Everyone in the audience knows why we have gathered. There's a big banner in the back saying that. Even the watchman at the entrance knows about it. So why repeat it? The better ways you could open. Well, I hope you enjoyed what I said, and I hope I have done justice to the topic of opening. Please practice these, and let me depart from the usual suggestion that I make. You do not have to practice it physically in front of a mirror or in front of an audience. I would suggest what is normally suggested in sports medicine. Relax in a very salubrious environment, close your eyes, probably meditate for a few minutes, and then mentally prepare a speech and deliver it. It has the same impact that a delivered speech has. Practice this way, you will become an excellent speaker. You can even visualize the venue of where you're speaking, the audience that you're speaking to, the whole thing. This is called creative visualization. Do it and you should see the results. Have a nice day. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel and share it with others.